Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 6 of Breakout, a mod pack by acanthea. So the votes are in and the chosen road is thermal expansion. Before we get started, I do have some little cleanup things that I forgot to get started. Like here, I want to start on gravel. I want to start on gravel because I'm going to need a lot of metals. I hate when it does that. Let me switch it again. See how this is, you know what? Let's fix it. Remove this, perfect. Okay, that happens, and when it happens, when it gets jammed, what you can do is click on it, right click on it with the crescent hammer, and it's going to remove what's jamming it. What was happening is that it was trying to load the next resource, which was not gravel. Anyway, so I wanted to start gravel, and I'm going to feed this little guy whenever I think about it because I need as much resource as possible. I also know, because of the road that we're choosing, I have already investigated a little bit into what we're going to need to do. And we're going to need clay. So let's put that here. We're going to need some oh, no, not you. We're going to need some Netherrack, and we're going to need some glass. So I'm just going to put that here. And of course, the redstone is to make Netherrack. So let's just go and grab this right here. And we're going to need 8 Netherrack because we're going to need 8 Netherrack brick to make 2 Netherrack something for one of the quests. Let's just put that right here. So this is going to cook the clay, then cook the other, the Netherrack, and then the sand. So first off, let's grab some torch and some ladders and the pick of choice, and let's get talking a little bit. So, pick of choice. Pick of choice. To make a choice. In the last episode, if you remember, we switched the team, and that was based on a comment from Adrian M16. Then there was a comment from Krater Aid, which who talked about the K key. So I thought the K key didn't work on sand, but it doesn't work unless you open the crafting station. So instead of having to put everything here, now I can use the K key and have compressed sand. So that's amazing. Thank you very much for that comment. That's what I missed the most about not having recorded forever. I like the interaction and all those ideas. Then Krater Aid also asked a question. That tank and those tank, no, they do not fit in a furnace, and they do not fit in an iron furnace, unfortunately. Else, I would not have made that setup. That would be amazing, but it unfortunately doesn't work. I'm just going to go right here and replace it. Perfect. So, next comment. The next comment is from Dennis, and he said, pick of choice, try it on polished obsidian for fun. And look, there's going to be a message that's going to appear. Are you sure that's what you want to use your pick of choice on? And it gives you a bunch of iron pickaxe. Fortunately, iron pickaxe, I say fortunately, iron pickaxe, when you melt them, it gives you only an iron nugget. Oh, in an induction smelter, it gives you an ingot. So technically, this could be an infinite source of iron, but it's really not worth it. Oh, just quickly, I'm going to want some leather. So let's go put a cow, and then we're going to open the new room and get started on the new quest. Perfect. So pick of choice, thermal expansion room, here we come. Here we come. By the way, when you go into that room, make sure that you have a block. Make sure that you have a block and or something to pick up that block, because you fall in and this is too high. You can't get back in unless you've already prepared either a block or some lather like this. Now, I also want to show you, if you look at the wall here and you look at this, basically what this is a miniature farm, mob farm. Problem is, I can't get far enough away. Like if I go here and completely at the end, I'm still not far. This will be useful only when we can open up the next room and I can go far away. But there's an even better solution that we're going to talk to by the end of the episode. So let's grab both of those things and let's come back in our main room, and quest completed north. So if we go back to the quest right here, crossroad, and we look at north, turning north and peering through the glass, you see a simple machine block and a gear. Thermal expansion will introduce you to simple and versatile material processing and automation, as well as access to better power generation. And basically, it wanted us to pick up the augment gear working die, and it gives us a hardened upgrade kit, which is super important. And it's what introduces you to upgrade. So let's take the compactor, put it right here, and let's put the gear in it. See, it doesn't work. There's no spot because it's not been upgraded. And they gave us the first upgrade, and upgrades in VAR Bronze a bit expensive, but that one's not so bad. There are higher upgrades, and those are expensive. Now we can do this. What I'm going to do is we're going to need some tin. Do I have tin? Yes. A stack of tin and a stack of, ooh, okay, copper I'm low, but I think I have some, yeah. So let's do 16, like just 4 gear for now because I need the copper, but I'm going to put all of the tin in after the copper. So I'm going to do the same thing with the copper. I'm going to get 4 tin gear, and while we're waiting, I'm going to read the next quest because I know what the next quest, well, what the first quest is. Gears. At the center of every machine and more in this mods are gears. Often these gears are craftable, but in this pack, they can only be made in this compactor with a gear working die installed in the augment panel. To install augment in many machines, you first need to upgrade them by right-clicking them with an upgrade kit. So it wants us to get 1 tin gear and 1 copper gear, but we're going to need more than those because every machine uses those. So I'm just going to wait for these gears, and I can't read any other quests until, well, let's grab just this, and I'm going to put this in just so that it doesn't stop while I'm reading. So that's 1 quest done, and now we're opened up, and now we want to make machines. We always want to try and follow the gate locked quest, if that makes sense, because that's what opened other things. So basic machines. The thermal expansion version of the basic machines are the pulverizer and the redstone furnace. This pulverizer breaks down things. The redstone furnace is a power furnace, which is going to be amazing to finish my setup here. Both can be upgraded with upgrade kits, and when upgraded, accepts augments that provides a number of improvements. One of the best features about thermal expansion machine is how easy they interact with each other. You can easily assign various inputs and outputs to different phases of the machine using the color coding, as well as select whether the machine automatically inputs or outputs. So right here, we're going to complete those. It's going to give us a hardened upgrade kit and an augment auxiliary reception coil. The auxiliary reception coil makes the machine faster. So let me grab all of those, and I'm going to wait for this gear to finish. And that's, well, I'm going to make all of the copper gear, but for now, I'm going to need thin gear faster. One thing we're going to do is we're going to go in GI and thermal. As you can see, I was doing some research. You can put app thermal, which shows you all of the thermal machine. And right now we want to make a pulverizer. You know what? Riser. Yeah, that's the machine. And we're going to put a what's the other one? Redstone furnace. So those are the 2 things that we need to craft. So let's start with the pulverizer. For the pulverizer, you know what? These reception coil, we're going to need 8, I think, in total. So let's make 8 right now. These machine frame, I'm going to make as many as I can. I had 4 gears because each machine is going to need 1, and there are more machines to make. Then that's why I said we needed brick. We needed brick to get 2 bricks, and now we can craft the. I want to do the pulverizer first. Well, I say that, but it doesn't matter because 1 and 2, and that's 1 quest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the pulverizer right here, and temporarily the redstone furnace here, and disconnect it. Perfect. And I'm going to upgrade the pulverizer. And the reason I'm going to upgrade the pulverizer is that I'm going to need to pulverize some stuff now, and I want this like to work as fast as possible. So that's a quest completed. Let's move on to the next quest. I'm going to continue with the machines. I'm going to keep the phytogenic isolator to the end because it doesn't unlock anything, and that one's more complicated. So if I come here, I'm melting and next level smelting. I want the next level smelting first. As we start making more high-tech compounds and alloys, we need a better way to smelt them than our old-fashioned furnace, or even its powered equivalent. The induction smelter fuses the main ingredient with a flux and then outputs the result. The most basic flux ingredients is sand, but better flux give a higher output when used on rare and precious ores. And processing even basic ore in the induction smelter can give you flux as a byproduct. This flux slot can be locked to avoid accident in automation. If the machine seems to be rejecting one of your input, try unlocking it. The induction smelter can also be used to make the hardened glass we need to make high quality fluidoc and other things. It is also required to process the advanced alloys. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to grab some lead ore from here. And you know what? I'm also going to grab some tin. These are resources that are running really short for me right now. So I'm going to show you why this is so much better. I'm going to put the lead ore here, and each one is going to give me 2. So that's amazing. We'll leave that there for now and go craft the induction smelter. I'm going to remove all of that and search induction smelter right here. So the induction smelter is made with an Invar gear, which needs the gear working die. Do I have enough Invar? Yes, I do. I'm going to grab all of the Invar and I'm going to just make 1 gear for now. I'm going to need 2 sands and just wait for that. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Perfect. I always forget to feed the little guy. Here you go, little guy. So right here, induction smelter, boom, another machine done. And that one I'm going to put right here for now. I'm going to need to rearrange everything, but that's going to go in a time lapse. Now, that quest should be completed, and it should, oh no, it's not completed, because now we need to do hardened glass. So right now, let's do hardened glass. And hardened glass, this one is made from pulverized lead and pulverized obsidian. So let's go grab some obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should do it. And we're going to come back here, grab the pulverized lead, and if you saw, it also gave me 2 pulverized silver, because everything you pulverize has a chance of giving you something else. I'm going to wait for at least 4 obsidian, and then in the smelter, I can put the lead, and I want to put the obsidian and the lead, but it's not letting me. That's what they were talking about. This is locked to a metallurgical flux, but we're going to unlock it, push the lead, and now this is started. We're going to grab all of this, and basically I'm going to make 8 craft, because I got 8 obsidian. An obsidian breaks into 4 pulverized obsidian, and a hardened glass needs 4 pulverized obsidian. So by doing 8, I'm doing 8 craft. While this is waiting, I need a lot more tin and iron. So I'm going to put the iron in to start like making more, doubling it. Sorry, trying to talk. Talking is hard. I still need 2 hardened glass. So while this is waiting, we're going to go read the other quest. I'm melting. Now that we have access to more significant amounts of materials, we need to start working with them in their more active form, liquids. You can melt a wide variety of things in the Magma Crucible: lava, redstone, glowstone, and many others. Once liquefied, you can move it into a fluid transposer to fill and empty buckets, tanks, ducts, and other things. So we're going to need a Magma Crucible. I just want to make sure, and this quest is completed. So let's go back, grab that quest, claim. I don't know, like the 2 rich slag I'm going to use at some point, but it's not required for anything right now. So let's come back right here, and we want to do a Magma Crucible right here. And that's the one that needed the nether brick that I pre-prepared because I knew it was coming. I have everything else, so that's one Magma Crucible. I'm going to put the Magma Crucible right here, and I'm going to disconnect it. And immediately I'm going to start smelting redstone because I'm going to need redstone, and that's a long process to melt. So the way the redstone works is I need a bucket. Each redstone is 1, so that's 4 times 900 millimeter, and that's 4 times 100 millimeter, which together is going to be 4 bucket. So let's put these 4 in, and let's continue with the quest. So we crafted, sorry, wrong one. We crafted the Magma Crucible. Now we need the fluid transposer. So let's come back here, fluid transposer. Fluid transposer. And I'm already out of machines frame. So let's just do 2 for now. I don't know how many more I'm going to need. And of all things, I need a bucket. And I'm going to need iron. Do I have more iron in here? Yeah, I have another stack, and I have some more breaking down. Like if I come back here. Oh, let me show you. I didn't want to automate it immediately, but one of the nice thing of this is I can use this machine. See how this is orange on the left? I want it blue. If I put it blue, it grabs the iron from this machine and automatically starts cooking it. Perfect. So while this is cooking, let's come back here and do the fluid transposer. Ooh, that would have been bad. I just want one. So let's put the fluid transposer right here and disconnect that. So the idea is that from this machine, I can't put a bucket, right? So the only way I can grab from this machine is using a bucket and right-clicking, but that's not automation. Or what I can do is automatically push it to the fluid transposer, put a bucket here, and it will fill the bucket, and then I can push the bucket out to another machine. Or I can use it to do other craft. If you remember, we had flux duct. I removed the search. Thermal. If you remember the flux duct, one of the quests was to make redstone energy flux duct. And that's where the fluid transposer is used, because you craft a redstone energy flux duct empty, and with how much? With 200 millibuckets, so 2 redstone, I can transform it into an energy flux duct. We're going to do that in a future episode. It's not urgent for now. We have more important things to do for now. So that should complete this quest. And it also gives you a reservoir where technically I could put the reservoir in it, which is 10 bucket, and use that to bring it somewhere else. Don't need it for now. I'm going to put it aside. Just going to come back here, make sure, see, I got a pulverized nickel. So when you get pulverized nickel, what I like to do is I use it to make Invar. So let's just push it in here and make some Invar. Let's go back to the quests. So those are nice quests done. And the next one, which we'll unlock, is next gen alloys. Now that we have all the machines we need, it's time to make some advanced alloys. These lets us upgrade our machine to top efficiency, as well as opening up new avenues of exploration. Note that this quest will consume the ingots, but reward you with a new pick of choice. So that's how easy thermal expansion is. Well, I say easy, but we're still not done with the machine. Well, with getting what we need. Let me put another one here. Perfect. We still need to craft the ingots. And if we come here, it's going to show us. So ingots. Did I remove at thermal? I have to stop deleting my search pattern because there's a lot of ingots. I don't want to see all the ingots in the game. So we need to make signalum. Signalum is made with signalum blend, which is pulverized copper, pulverized silver, and destabilized redstone bucket, 1 bucket. I made 4 buckets, so I'm going to need 4, 8, 12, and 4 silver. So let's grab 12 copper. Oh, I already had 18. And let's start pulverizing them. And you know what? I'm going to block the input because I don't want to cook what I'm pulverizing. And I'm going to grab 8 silver. I need only 4, but I want to be prepared. So let's look at the next ingot. Next ingot is lumium. Lumium is done with lumium blend. And lumium blend is pulverized tin. A silver, so we needed 4 silver for the signalum. I want 4 more for the lumium, and we're going to need 4 glowstone bucket. So that's done. Push that in here. For the glowstone, the lumium, we needed tin. Yes, tin. So I'm going to grab 12 tin because I'm also going to make 4 craft of this. I just want to have a little bit more, so if we need it. And for those, I need some glowstone. And the glowstone, each one is 1 bucket. So this is finished melting. Oh, not the fluid transposer. Is this finished melting? Not even. So we're on track. We're good. So this is done. Let's start the 12 tin ingot, and we can look at the last one. The last one is Inderium blend, and Inderium blend is pulverized lead. And as you can see, I've kept some. And it's pulverized lead with platinum. And if you remember, platinum is such a rare resource that I never used it. I kept them all here so that they could be doubled. I've had 29 Well, I've had a bit more, but I've had 29 processing in the last 3 episodes. So that's how rare it is. And you get a chance of getting pulverized iridium, which is useless in this pack, but nice to have. So we're going to leave that be. And by the way, Indirium is with Resonant Ender. Resonant Ender is made from melting ender pearls. So we're going to need to use all of our ender pearls, which is why I had prepared a lot of dust, but I completely forgot that I would need more gold and more iron, tin, stuff like that, which is why I switched to gravel. Okay, so that's more Invar. No, I'm done. I'm done with the Invar for now. You know what? I want to try something. I've never tried it with, oh, it works with an ingot. I don't even have to pulverize it. Amazing. So you know what? While we're talking, let's just make more Invar because we're going to need so much more Invar. Every machine upgrade needs Invar. Okay, so while we're waiting, we need to craft those. We can craft those manually. If I come back here, you can see that I can craft it manually. Or I can use, ooh, it's not showing, but it's a quest. So let's go back and we can make advanced crafting. Simple alloys like Electrum and Invar we could make before, just by pulverizing and mixing before smelting. But for the more advanced features and upgrades, we need to get some more complicated alloys like Signalum, Lumium, and Indirium. These alloys start with pulverized metal, but also needs a molten component. This can be done in a crafting grid, but it's much more efficient to automate it, especially if you need more than a couple of ingot because of the bucket. The bucket's really annoying. A sequential fabricator with an upgrade and a liquid crafting augment can automatically combine your ore dust and molten materials in one process. So we're going to do that, but before we do that, let me just go kill that moo cow that's annoying me and hopefully get some leather because one of the quests requires leather. I'm organized and I know where we're going. Where are you, little cow? It's going to be, yeah. Miniature cow don't seem to grow in this pack and they don't give you nothing. So that's why I might need to kill 3 or 4 cows. By the way, one of the cow you can get in this mod pack, which is crazy, is a compact cow. And when you kill a compressed cow, and when you kill a compressed cow, you get 9 cow. I had that once in another playthrough that I was doing, and it was honestly amazing. While we're waiting, I'm going to break down the tin. And you know what? I don't need these dust. Oh, I haven't made the machine yet. Derpy, derpy, derp. So now I need a sequential fabricator, and a fluidic something. A fluidic. Oh, that's it. I like having it like this where I only see the machine. So I need to make this first, and I'm only missing my crafting table. That's why I made so many copper gear and so many redstone reception coil. As you can see, we're using all of them. And the fluidic fabrication, another easy one. And I do have a bucket, so let's do it like this. But I'm going to need another bucket. Do I have enough tin or iron here? I have enough tin, so... Oh no, I have more iron, so let's just grab the iron. For whatever reason, seem to be running out of tin right now. And I'm going to put the sequential fabricator right here. Disconnect that so it doesn't steal my bucket. And can't put the upgrade in because I need an upgrade. So let's come back here and craft an upgrade. And like I said, that's going to use a lot of Invar. Oh, we also need bronze. Do I still have bronze? Yes. So let's grab 8 bronze because I'm going to craft 2 upgrades. So let's put all of the bronze in here. Grab all of this Invar. How much Invar? 31. That's amazing. I'm going to grab 1 stack of iron, of copper from here, and some. I don't want to use all my tin. I'm telling you, this is getting expensive, but I'm going to put the copper and some tin right here to start making more bronze. You know what? That's enough. To start making more bronze, because obviously the upgrades need bronze. That's going to be very useful. So let's craft 2 of these upgrades. We're going to use 1 on the machine, and then always put it out of your end so you don't like upgrade a machine by mistake, and do this. And now I'm going to change the inputs to say grab the redstone. When you put it to nothing, it gets pushed if this one is a pushing. So I'm going to start melting the glowstone, and I'm going to introduce you to the sequential fabricator. So first thing that's annoying, but you need to do it, is grab a bucket from it, because you need to tell it that it needs a redstone bucket. Then you say silver here, and you say copper here, and like this. Set the recipe, and voila, it starts working immediately. And 4 craft of signalum blend. Do I have sand here? Nope. How much sand do I have? 26. That's not going to be enough, but it's a good start. And that's also going to be enough bronze. Well, it's never going to be enough, but it's going to be enough for now. I'm going to remove all of this and then put the signalum blend with sand like this and go kill the annoying cow upstairs, and let's hope it's a big one that's going to give me the leather that I want. Yes, it's a big one. You always need leather, so let's put it back down. And it gave me 1 leather. But if you remember, in a previous episode, I needed a book. So I needed leather, and I already had 2 other leather. So instead of waiting super long, I'm going to be in a good place to move forward with that quest. So let's come here. Oh, take it out, take it out. Yes, it did detect it. Whew, I had completely forgotten. And if it had not detected, that quest would have not been completed, and that would have been so annoying. So now this glowstone is melting. We're going to get ready for the Enderium. Let's grab 16 ender pearl, and let's just see here. We're going to push. Where is it? Well, I'm going to put the lead in here, but that's not lead that I need. It's, what was it that I needed? Signalum was, it was tin, I guess. Oh no, copper. Oh, that's signalum. Dude, I'm not in it today. Lumium, perfect. What I need is lumium, and lumium was tin. And did I cook the tin? It's right here, perfect. So I'm gonna put the tin right here. Tin, where's the tin? I'm searching myself. 50 right here. Grab the bucket, do the same operation. Grab some lumium, come back here. Lumium, tin, and silver. Set the recipe, and voila. 1. It's not finished because now it needs to melt. So we're going to come here, grab the signalum, and put the lumium in. And you know what? We have an upgrade right here. Let's upgrade the Magma Crucible. Let's come back here. Let's look at the augment, and there is an augment auxiliary reception coil that makes machine faster. Let's craft 1 of those and throw it in so that it now melts faster and we don't have to wait quite as long. While we're waiting, let's go to the next quest. So basically we only need to do this quest to have completed, to get the next pickaxe of choice. I don't know how far we're going to get today, but let's continue. Wet work. An alternative to melting down leaves is now available. It's slow on its own, but becomes faster if you place a water source block on either side to aid its work. So we're going to crafting aqueous accumulator. Like so. So I need, see the iron gears? You don't need the compactor for those. You can just craft them like this. We're going to need a device frame, which is a different type of block. We're going to need a redstone servo. And then we can make the aqueous accumulator like this. I'm going to put it down right here and show you that it's going to slowly be accruing water even though there's no water anywhere. I thought it worked that way, but I guess I'm wrong. I hate being wrong. So let me just make another bucket and show you like how to really make it work. So the best way of making it work is you put it down like so, and it's not working. And if you put water here and water there, then these source blocks, see, 4 buckets already. These source block will never disappear, and this is at 8 bucket already. Like the aqueous accumulator is so good. I'm probably in the time lapse going to remove my water creation at the top and just use that instead because it's that much better. Now, with all of these machines running, I'm now having a problem with power. See, empty, empty, empty. I'm going to go to the last one, empty. I'm not producing enough power. So let's make more. Let's do the next quest. So if I come here, back, power. Thermal expansion really expands our option for power generation with the use of dynamos. Each type takes different fuel or fuels to generate power and accept different augments. One good option for a skyblock style map like this is the Magmatic Dynamo, using the lava generation we already have set up, but there are others you can choose to explore. Let's craft a Magmatic Dynamo. Magmatic Dynamo right here. So we need an Invar gear, and we need one of those, so that's why we needed to make more Invar. I'm happy that I was prepared. I'm going to make 2 Invar gears. I'm not sure why, but it's not as if it's bad. So let's put all of this here. Oh, and my lumium's all over. I can already start melting the ender pearl, and I'm going to be able to make the last kind of ingots. Let's grab these 2 Invar gear. Let's craft the Magmatic Dynamo like so. And let's get the quest. Detect, submit, claim, and now let me show you this. Let's first come back here. We're going to need some hardened fluid duct. I only have 1 left. Doesn't matter, because we can now craft some more that we have. Now that we have hardened glass and Invar, so I'm just going to craft a little bit more, and I'm going to need a servo. Let's grab a servo like this, and let's go do the setup. So I'm going to be extracting the lava from here. Let's put the servo right now so it's easier to access. Turn it on. Put a second fluid duct, and we're going to put the Magmatic Dynamo pointing toward the power cable. And remove this, and it started working. And you can see that it's generating 40 RF per tick. That's not enough, but they gave us something for it. They gave us an auxiliary transmission coil, which is going to double the power output. So upgrade, and we are now making 120 RF. You know what? That's amazing. We're probably going to slowly be switching our setup to use that instead of the buckets, because it produces more and it's easier to upgrade. Well, it is upgradable. So that's another part done, and you know what? It gives us an automation kit with some upgrades, which is amazing. So let's grab all of that. Hello. Claim. And let's just get rid. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this in my inventory. I'm just going to clear my inventory a little bit because I have too much stuff. And you know what? I don't need these things. They can all go in here because they're used for crafting. This. I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to push the leather here. Perfect. And I don't need the flux duct because they're the lowest level, which are not really good right now. Whew. Let's take a small break. Where are we now? Oh, we can already done, so we're going to be able to complete the quest now. Let's grab a bucket of this. Let's come in here. Bucket, lead, platinum, and voila. Enderium blend, which we can put in here and start cooking immediately, which is going to start giving us, well, it will give us the quest. We only need 1 derp. I still need an ingot of signalum and an ingot of lumium, and with this, quest completed, and technically this road is completed. We now have our new pick of choice, and we're ready for the next episode. So unless new votes come in, next episode we'll get started with Ender IO. But I'm still compiling votes, so if the votes go up for a different room, we'll do a different room. I don't think there'll be any chance of doing Botania, because Botania was voted for by everyone. No one seems to like Botania. We're going to have to do it, but no one seems to care. So, my episode is not too long yet, so I can continue crafting, and I wonder if I can even complete it. So let's just look quickly. I'm going to have to do this quest, extra pair of ants. Even with the confined space of this prison, I sometimes find myself wishing I could carry a few more things around with me. Let's be honest, mostly sandwiches. A set shell is a simple and upgradable way to increase your storage space. You know what? Before we do that, I'm going to grab some wood and start cooking some in both places. Yeah, cook wood. Because I want some charcoal, because I want to prepare for the last little bit of this episode, because today we're going to open up the secret. So let's craft the satchel. Let's come right here. Satchel, like so. And that's tin, 3-letter, and a wool. Done. Voila. And if you look at the satchel, it's one line. It's not a lot of space, but it can be upgraded. So let's break down a tin and upgrade it. And it's now 2 lines of space. So each upgrade adds 1 line of space. Break down some invar with electrum. Oh, do I have electrum? Oof, not a lot, but I have just enough to be able to do what I want. So I need 3 because, first of all, like so, and the next level is going to need signalum and electrum nugget. So it's always using nugget from the level below, and then the material from the level above. So I'm going to need some signalum nugget, and I don't have 2 resonant ender yet. Yes, I do. So let's come back, and let's make the resonant level. Whoa. And grab it, and look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 1 space more than everything else. But, thank you acanthea, he decided to give us an enchanted book of holding 3. Which, when I put in an anvil with the book, boom, is going to give us 8 spaces. That's amazing. Because now, I'm not going to do it now, I'm going to do it in the time lapse. But when I'm going to go in my time lapse, I'm basically going to be grabbing everything that's a tool or a setup, and I'm always going to be carrying everything that I want with me. Let me just quickly do 2 more of those. And see, I can put this in here, always have some cobblestone on you, so let's have some cobblestone, pick of choice, compress this, I don't need this pickaxe, I don't need this bucket. So that's what I like about this. I can always keep everything in there. By the way, they gave us a signalum upgrade kit because these are hard to make. We need cryotheum dust, and cryotheum dust, that's a whole thing in itself that I'm going to explain in another episode because it's complicated. Then we have 2 more quests to do. And we're going to be done with this whole branch in 1 episode. Energy cell. So energy cell, I'm going to need to craft a gear of lead, and let's grab that while we're waiting, and let's break this down in the pulverizer. Perfect. I'm going to need 1 block of redstone. The lead gear, let's come back here and let's search for energy something. Energy cell frame. Voila. And then energy cell. Oh, I need a redstone conduct. Oh, I need another electrum. How am I doing for electrum? 5. Okay, that's low. But I have 5 gold chunk. I'm going to stop breaking down these, and I'm going to break down the gold. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's finish the energy cell, like so. And like so. And that's another quest completed. And I'm going to put it down right here. And this is a big battery. Basically, it can hold 2 million Fe. But the beauty of this is that, like every other thermal expansion machine, it can be upgraded. So, oh, I need another bronze gear. I had made 2 bronze gear, but I hate when it does that. I had made 2 bronze gear, but apparently I used both of them already. So let's put a bronze gear in there, and I want a reinforce upgrade kit, which is silver and electrum. Ooh, I have 4 left. Wow. So I'm going to be able to make the 2 upgrades I want, but barely. So I'm going to be using that gold in the induction smelter with some silver. Let's grab 10 silver, and I'm going to be making more electrum because I'm going to need the upgrades. Let's come back here, craft the 2nd level of upgrades, and the reason... Where's my 1st level? Did I not make this one? I guess not. Okay, so look at this. 2 million battery, 8 million battery, 18 million battery, 32 million battery. And when I craft the last upgrade, because this one is easier to do, but I'm going to do this in another episode, I'm going to be able to upgrade it even more. So this is amazing. Let's come back here. We only have 1 quest left to do, and we're in like 40 minutes in, I think. So let's hope we can finish it. So for phyto, we're going to need to make a phytogenic insulator. Oh, lumium gear. So let's grab 4 right here. Let's go make a lumium gear. My electrum's finished. And let's see, do I have more inderium? Yeah, 8 more. Let's make all the other inderium. And let's come back here. I'm going to need some phyto grow. Phytogrow is pulverized charcoal, which is why I was crushing some. Slag, which we're slowly getting. See, every time we're smelting something with sand, there's a chance of us getting slag. And we're going to be needing more sand, like so. Perfect, so let's grab the slag. So we have the pulverized coal, we have 8 slag. All we're missing is niter. So I should have started niter before, because niter is problematic. Niter is getting from crushing something, which in our case is going to be sand. I don't even know how much sand I have. So let's grab this sand, let's grab that sand. 64, and let's put it in. Oh, you know what? Let's take a small break and make this better. So pulverizer, I'm going to craft a second upgrade. So let's just go back to upgrade. Upgrade, the second level of upgrade is 4 electrum and a silver gear. So I need a silver gear. Thank God I made more electrum. So I'm going to wait for my silver gear. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Perfect. Let's come back here and we're going to make a second upgrade, and then we're going to make an augment, a very interesting augment. There's an augment here called auxiliary sieve. In machines, it increases the chance of secondary output. So let's do this right now, because I need niter, and the niter drop chance was like, what, 20%? So I'm going to upgrade this machine and make it so that there's more chance of getting some. It also works on the chunks. So when I break down iron chunks, the chance of getting a nickel drop is going to be higher. And you see, we've already gotten 2. Well, now we're unlucky. So it started really well, now 3. We basically would like at least 8, because we have 8 slag. Or did we get more slag? No. So we have 8 slag, and you're losing 2 sands every time, but there's nothing stopping us from... The K doesn't work on this one, by the way. So there's nothing stopping us from doing that and putting it back in. And 8. Perfect. Let's go make our phyto. So if I come back here, I can make Phytogrow, and you use this recipe that gives you 16 each. So that's 64 times 2. And now for the phytogenic insulator, we need... I'm out of copper gears. Wow. So remember how I need 64 copper into copper gear? Well, I needed 72 because I need 2 more copper gear. I'm going to need 2 dirt. I'm just waiting for those. This is finished. Niter is out, and technically, do we have more gold? Nope. So nothing to break down right now. And do I have iron? Oh, this stopped. Oh, thank God, it stopped at the right moment, because it stopped while I was doing, it stopped when it was going to do the iron, and I much prefer breaking down the iron to get more. Anyway, coming back here, grab my 2 copper gear, come here, and craft the phytogenic. Yes, I have enough. Let's craft the phytogenic something. I'm going to put this right here, which is not crowded at all. We're going to need some water. So let's grab a water bucket, water tank, put it on top. And this is why I love it. Remember when we got 1 extra? Netherrack are hard to grow, but not in the phytogenic insulator. Ooh, it also gives me 2 flux phytogrow. So I'm going to put flux phytogrow with Netherrack. And if I click on it while it's happening, I'm going to find the right machine. If I used a normal phytogrow, 1 would give me 2, but using flux, 1 gives me 6. So my 1 is slowly going to become 6 that I can put back in, which is going to become 13 or 12 or 11. I don't know. Something mathematic like that. And then I'm just going to put normal phytogrow, but Netherrack is never going to be a problem. At some point, I might try using that machine to do a farm setup for canola oil, but I'm not sure yet. But that's 1 full quest path completed. Now, the secret. Let's go back to the induction smelter. 3 iron with pulverized... Oh, it's not enough pulverized charcoal. So I need more pulverized charcoal, because it's 4 pulverized charcoal per iron ingot to make steel. And I'm going to need 3 more. And you know, I'm going to let that finish. I'm just going to grab these 2 more. and we're going to go into the secret and then into our time lapse. So if you guys are watching the comments on the episode, well, you will have seen that there was a comment by someone called, one of the viewers called John Roberts, who said that I'll find a special block somewhere that's going to bring me somewhere. Well, that special block somewhere that's going to bring me somewhere is now doable, because if you remember, I think it's in the last episode, I showed you the block we can open, but with a steel pickaxe, we're going to be able to. So let's grab this and this, and let's grab that, and we're going to make something else quickly. I want to craft an excavator. An excavator is a shovel type. You know what? I'm going to make two because I know I'm going to need two. It's a 3x3 shovel. So much more faster than a shovel. And I'm going to come in my bag and I'm going to say I need the new pickaxe. Perfect. I need the hammer. I need the bronze excavator. I need some ladder. I need some cobblestone and I need some torch. And let's go see the secret. So I'm going to take this out of my hand and come back here and let's go downstairs. Perfect. Oh, I never emptied the farm. We're going to break this block. Oh, 2 block, I guess. We're going to break this block. And, oh, I don't want to use the excavator on the dirt. And this block and put it back. The reason I took this block out is that you cannot put a ladder on a farm block. And this chiseled metamorphic mesostone brick is gone. And we can put the ladder down. And you see, we've opened the secret. This is crushed netherrack. So digging down is never a good idea, but I already know what's in there and I'm going to warn you. Crushed netherrack, not a problem. Let's go 3 down. And then, you know what? Because I want to put the cobblestone block here, I'm just going to do 1 here to open up a space, but then I'm going to put the cobblestone block right like so, and some ladder to get out. I'm going to go down another one, and another one. So that's 5 layers, and then there's Netherrack. Like I said, never dig down. So I'm going to show you, if I continue digging down, the next layer is lava. So I'm going to stop at the Netherrack level, and I'm just going to put ladders, and then I'm going to show you. There's 4 directions. We already started with this direction, so I don't like what I did. You know what? Just give me a second. I'm going to break this cobblestone block and use the excavator right here. Put it back in like so. Perfect. So we're going to explore this direction. If I open this direction, I get gravel. So if you can imagine, these are all sieving resources that we're going to be able to use. And I want to go as far as possible. And then I'm going to put a torch down. So 4 or 5 down that direction is filled with gravel, which is a good sieving resource. And then there's more netherrack here. So let's get that. And let's grab, the reason I brought a compressed diamond hammer, so I don't want netherrack, I want crushed netherrack. And behind this is another surprise from acanthea. Remember the mob farm at the top? Well, we have another one right here and much bigger. And you know what? This is the one that's going to let us get our mobs, because let's be honest, this place is so big that from here to the other corner is 20 block and we're going to get mob spawning. So I'm going to clear this whole place, but before I finish the episode, I want to show you the other direction. In this direction, we have red sand, and if you remember, red sand is amazing for iron. Let me just finish opening all of that and put a torch right here. And I'm not going to do it all, but I just want to dig and show you right here, other mob farm. So we have a mob farm in each of the 4 directions. In this direction, what do we get? We get dust. So that's another great resource. I'm just going to go till the end because I'm going to show you in the end that, oh, I'm full. You know what? I'm going to switch back to my bag, which I now have, and I don't need ladders anymore. Don't need the cow bait. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. So I can, you know what? I'll put everything in there for now, but I can go and grab all of these resources And another mob farm right here. Finally, the last side is probably going to be sand when you think about it. Yeah, so these are all the sieving resources that we can do except the endstone. So I'm going to open that up and show you that there's another mob farm right here. So in my time lapse, I'm going to clear all of this, and once I'm done clearing all of this, I'm not going to use any of these resources right now because I'm going to show you, I'm going to take a screenshot and show you exactly how much of everything we got. But before we do that, I want to show you a secondary secret, and which is why I'm going to do it on a time lapse, is that it's not full of the sand and or the netherrack. There are pillars. There are 4 obsidian pillars. You can see here, you can see here. This one you can't see, but you can see one here. I'm just going to open it up, and I'm not going to do that all of it completely here because that would take, it's going to take me maybe an hour emptying this room, but I want to show you. And yes, the more precious important resource are in each of these pillars. So in these pillars, there's endstone, and it's full of endstone or endstone gravel. See, that fell on me. That's endstone gravel right there. So like I said, endstone is super expensive because it's magma and glowstone, and netherrack is super expensive because it's redstone and lava and time, but we're going to get a crazy amount from this. So like I said, I'm now going to go in my time lapse, and in my time lapse, I'm going to completely, fully empty this room except the bottom floor for the lava, which is going to open a lot of space, which is going to be really useful for expansion because we need more and more and more space. It's crazy. I'm probably going to do my Botania setup down there, and I'm probably going to do my Actually Edition setup down there, and maybe even move. I think I'm going to keep my farm here because of how easy the farm is to use from here, but that's where my head is at for now. So I'm going to now go in a time lapse, and like I said, I'm not going to sieve any of these resources because I want to show you exactly what we're going to accrue, but I'm going to let this machine run through all of these resources so that we have as many resources as possible. I'm also going to make one change. I'm going to make a change so that the resources that are rare, i.e. gold, platinum, and I think I'm going to do it with, no, I'm not going to do it with tin. I think I'm going to do it with iron though. Those are going to go through the pulverizer. And let me just put that back here. So I'm going to have those go through the pulverizer and then go through the redstone furnace. And the redstone furnace, probably going to make a second one, and I'm probably going to upgrade both to add a speed upgrade on both. And I'm going to keep an eye on my power. See, I'm accruing power right now. If I'm losing power, I'm going to craft a secondary Magmatic Dynamo. They're not that expensive, and I'm just going to come here, and in the augments, this is the auxiliary transmission coil. Not that expensive either. It's basically, oh, why isn't it working? Because I didn't click this. It's basically just like this. I need a couple of silver, which as you can see, you know what? I'm going to make 3 right now. And the reason I'm going to make 3 is I'm sure I'm going to make another dynamo, and I'm sure I'm going to want to upgrade it. I'm going to make 3 auxiliary coil, and I want some upgrades. Can I make another reinforced upgrade kit? It needs 4 electrum and a silver gear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to make 2 because I'm probably going to want more. And I'm going to grab my electrum from here and wait for my compactor. Perfect. Silver gear. Come back right here and upgrade. And I'm going to upgrade this one a second time. I'm not going to be able to do a third time right now, but put another upgrade in it, and we're now doing 240 RF. So in the time lapse, if I start running out of power, I'm going to make another Magmatic Dynamo, use the 2 upgrade and the 2 auxiliary transmission coil on it, and get it going. I'm going to have power up the wazoo. So this is it. A very long episode, but a good secret and a whole branch done. I think it's the only branch that I'm going to do in one episode. Every other branch is a bit more complicated and is going to require at least 2 episodes each, which is probably a good reason to start with thermal expansion. Also opens all the alloy very easily, but for the automation of the sieving and everything, it's not the best one. Once we get into Ender IO, I'm going to change my sieving setup, and it's going to be really amazing then. So guys, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!
you.